Fear, panic, devastation, tragedy. Overall, one of America's major turning points. A day we all know and remember as 9/11. As we all know, 9/11 was a tragic day for the United States of America. 2,996 people lost their lives when 3 planes were hijacked by terrorists. 2 planes flew into the Twin Towers while the other flew into the Pentagon, causing massive casualties and overall panic. Children were left without their mothers and fathers, husbands and wives were left without each other, and families were torn apart. Abigail Edmonds was 20 years old at the time, with a 3-month-old baby named Delilah Edmonds. One day, Abigail did not wake up to her alarm that was supposed to warn her of an upcoming event, and Delilah, strangely enough, slept till morning. The day the alarm didn't go off was September 11th, 2001. And that upcoming event was a flight that was supposed to be going over New York to California, Flight 175, a flight that by 2 hours we missed. Abigail could remember what she was doing when she first heard about the plane crash.
Okay, so I remember this day like it was yesterday. We were headed back to California where your dad was stationed. I woke up to my cell phone ringing, just going off. It was your grandmother, Vera. In tears, asking where we were at. I was like, oh my God, we missed our flight. And she just kept saying, thank you, Jesus, you and the baby are safe. And then she said to turn the news on. We were under attack. And I remember just being in shock. I had a bunch of missed calls and voicemails. And once I realized what had taken place, I just remember grabbing you, holding you, and crying.
She decided to stay tuned to the news just in case something happened, and she was really glad she did. At 9:03, the television was still on, and Abby began to make a bottle for a very hungry Delilah. When she heard another plane When she heard the words Flight 175, she was terrified.
Flight 175 has crashed. Those are 4 words I would never forget in my life. Even now, I'm grateful and still can't believe what had happened that day. I'm just glad we are still here and safe.
9/11 is a day Delilah and Abigail will never forget, because it was on that day that they realized how truly and blessed they are that the alarm didn't go off and they didn't board that plane. If not, they would not be here today.
I'm just glad I got to watch you grow up from a chubby little baby to a beautiful teenage girl interviewing me like a reporter on what happened that day.
No one can forget what happened on 9/11. It's a day that will go down in history as one of the most tragic terrorist events to happen in the United States of America. Memorials are set up everywhere to honor those in the building and those who risked their lives to save anyone they could. Those brave warriors and hardworking citizens will never be forgotten in the minds of Americans. I am Delilah Edmonds, and my mother is Abigail Lopez, and we were saved from 9/11 by a faulty alarm clock. Me and my mother will be eternally grateful we did not board that plane, and we are heartbroken for those who did and took our place. 9/11, a day we will not forget.